Hey everybody, it's Mark. Welcome to another episode of Mark Goes Hiking. Today I want to talk about 3 items that you can get from Walmart that's going to help you get geared up for your backpacking trips without breaking the budget. Because let's face it, a lot of us are probably skimming off the top somewhere, barely setting aside some money to keep getting gear, because good gear is expensive, guys. We all know that. And it can be a little frustrating waiting to get some of that good gear. Maybe because you're hiking with people that have really awesome gear and you're stuck with gear that's not performing very well. Hopefully it's not any kind of jealousy issue or anything like that, but it can be frustrating because you're struggling with some cheaper gear and you're seeing how wonderful good gear is. And the thing I've learned over 5 years of backpacking, getting back into backpacking, is that if you want good gear, you do have to pay some money. And you certainly do get what you pay for with backpacking gear. And I find the same thing with hunting gear, sports gear, good clothing, that type of thing. You get what you pay for, but it's really hard to afford that sometimes. So in this video, I want to talk about 3 simple items that you can get without breaking the bank. The first item, and I'm going to do I'll link at the end of this video to Backcountry Pilgrim's video where he talks about dry bags. $9.88 at Walmart, you get 3 dry bags, and these perform really well. And the reason I'm going to link to Doug's video at the end, Backcountry Pilgrims, name's Doug, really good dude, is that he color codes his, so there's 3 colors in here, right? Blue, red, and yellow, and he uses different colors for different things. So one example is blue is for his water bladder and his filter, so it doesn't make everything else wet. Blue water makes sense. I never thought about that before. That was brilliant. It just works. But for $9.88 before tax, you get 3 different sizes of dry bags, and these work really, really well. And you get different sizes, so which is really cool. Blue, which you use for your water stuff, which doesn't take up a lot of real estate, is your smallest bag in here. So that is really, really a good thing. And that is just over, I think, a 2-liter bag. And then your red one, which would be a great clothes bag, it's about 4 liters. That's next. And then you get a big one, and you could use this for your sleeping bag, or you could put your clothes and other items in here, just different things you don't want to get wet. And between all of these different dry bags for 10 bucks, you can keep your gear, your most essential gear, dry. You could throw your tent in here, you could throw your sleeping bag, like I said, or under quilt or whatever, and it's gonna keep your gear dry. Or, like, I have a Z-Pax Arc Blast that I use now, and it is mostly waterproof. The only thing is, if you start setting it down on the ground, you might still soak up a little bit of water from the bottom. So maybe for the gear I put on the bottom of my pack, I might just throw into this yellow sack. These are really light. I also have some Sea to Summit dry sacks and a couple other brands, and let's face it, none of them weigh hardly anything, but these are very, very light and they work really well. So guys, for 10 bucks, 3 different sizes of dry bags, and you don't even have to use all of them in one trip. You can just have different purposes. One might be for winter, one might be for summer, or you might use them only when it rains. But the blue one, which I intend to start using, that tip from Backcountry Pilgrim, is probably use this for my water stuff. Really brilliant idea. 10 bucks, you got your dry sacks. Sweet. All right, item number 2. All right, we all know about the famous Anker power packs, battery packs, charger block, whatever, charging block. Yeah, we'll call it a charge block. This is a 20,000 milliamp Anker battery pack. Now, the reason I have a 20,000 milliamp one is I use an iPhone. I do my filming on my iPhone. I also, when I hike, use a Fitbit watch, which requires power, barely anything. But the iPhone takes a lot of power. I also now am using a night core headlamp, and that's rechargeable as well. So this is way more than I need for a weekend. But if I'm gonna go for 3 nights or more, you bet this thing's coming with me, because this will charge my phone, my headlamp, and my Fitbit multiple times, and I'll never have to worry about it. The other thing I like about this too is that if I'm gonna hike with other people, if they need a charge, I've got some to spare. no sweat, I have it. The 20,000 milliamp, I think this comes in at 12 ounces, so it's really heavy. It's also really expensive. So why is this in my 3 items to buy at Walmart? Well, one, I bought it at Walmart, but they're expensive. This is like, I don't know, 50 bucks or something like that, 45, 50 bucks. I don't remember, I've had it for a little while, because this is not the item I wanna highlight. This is the item that a lot of people get, although they get the 10,000 milliamp typically. And I think that comes in at like 8 ounces. But Anker is the brand that every backpacker needs to be cool, right? It does work really well, and I believe they have good longevity, which I think is what makes them sought after, which makes sense. But let's talk about an option where you don't have to break the bank to go and get your power source when you're on the trail. Now again, $40, $35, not breaking the bank, but every dollar matters, because if you can take even 20 bucks from the money you save from a power block or a battery block, I don't even know what those things are called, charging block, we're gonna call them a charger block. If you can save $20 on the cost of your charging block or your battery pack, you can apply that to a better pack, a better sleeping quilt, a better tent, whatever it is. So all of these pennies matter, in my opinion. So here's the alternative. You can get this in the checkout aisle at Walmart. It's a 10,000 milliamp battery pack, all right? Full price, $14.88, 10,000 milliamps. Weighs in at 8 ounces, works great. It does have, if you click the side, it will show you your power, so this thing is full. This works wonderfully. I have used this thing for over a year on the trail. It has never failed me, works great. You can even attach a little fan to it if you want to in the hot summer months. This will last you for a weekend trip, no problem. It lasts me for a little portable fan I use when it's really hot. I mean, the thing's really teeny. Charging my phone, my Fitbit, my headlamp. This thing is wonderful, okay? $14.88. Now, I was just at Walmart last week, and I picked up 2 more of these. I know, how many battery packs do you need? Well, when they're $9, you pick them up, because maybe I'll gift them to someone, right? Okay. Anyway, item number 2, battery pack, 10,000 milliamps. All most people need for probably even a 3 or 4 day trip. Under 15 bucks at Walmart. Pick those up. They'll save you some money, okay? Another option for a battery pack, and you can find this for under $10 all the time at Walmart. It's a 5,000 milliamp. It's lighter. If I wasn't recording on the trail, this would be all I need, just to make sure that I've got phone service, or if you're using a Garmin InReach, you can get it charged up, or a Fitbit, right, or your headlamp. A 5,000 milliamp is all you need. This thing weighs just a few ounces. Also at Walmart, I want to say I paid, I don't know, $8 or $9 for this full price. And it does have an indicator on the side that tells you how much charge is left. So I got 73% that's left on this. Another option, again, save your pennies and don't buy more than you need. If all you're gonna do is a weekend trip and you're not filming and all that kind of stuff, all you probably need is a 5,000 milliamp. Save yourself some weight, save yourself some money, and go for that. So that's item number 2 to get at Walmart. Item number 3 that you can pick up at Walmart is rain gear. Now, when I was going down to Kentucky last year to hike with a bunch of guys, specifically meeting up with As the Crow Flies Hiking, rain was in the forecast for pretty much every day we're gonna be out there. And I completely forgot my raincoat. Now, my raincoat is something I got on discount when a sports store was closing. You know, it's a little heavier, but it works great and keeps you warm and keeps you dry. So, great raincoat, but I forgot it. And so when we left the hotel on Wednesday morning down in Kentucky, headed out for the trail, I saw a grocery store, I think it was a Walmart, and it was a Walmart, that's why it's in this video. Anyway, I've always heard of frog togs. I have just never been a fan of them because they rip really easily. And I ended up buying a pant and a coat setup from Walmart. The pants were gone. Like the first time I stepped over a log, they were done. Thankfully it wasn't raining. I had to use them for, what's it called? Stinging nettle, which will make you go on fire if you walk through that stuff. So I put on these giant MC Hammer style frog tog pants because I bought a pair that was way too big for me. So know your sizes with frog togs before you buy them. They run a little big. And, but anyway, the first log I stepped over, the crotch just ripped right out of them. right? But the coat, which I did not use on that trip, but I just used on my recent trip, works perfectly. This thing is light as a feather. I mean, it floated down there. This thing is so ridiculously light. Easily packs up. I put it in the front mesh of my Z-Packs, and this works great. It rained the entire first day of my last backpacking trip. I stayed completely warm in this thing. It runs a little large, which I kind of liked because it allowed a little airflow underneath it, so I didn't get quite as sweaty as I think I would have with my other coat, or maybe a smaller size. And also I could just unzip it, which was really easy. It does have a hood as well, which I used a little bit when we were hiking, just to keep my head warm and the back of my neck from getting wet. But guys, for, I don't know what the whole kit, I think I paid, oh, I forget what they are. I'll put the number at the bottom. I forget how much they run. But under 20 bucks, you can get this coat. I want to say this is under $15 as well if you just buy the coat. But it's a really great option, guys, if you're looking for a raincoat without breaking the bank. It's ultralight if you're into that. But even if you're not into ultralight, it just works really well. It's worth getting instead of going out and spending $100 or even more on a really good raincoat. Just spend your 15 bucks and get a Frog Togs. It's cost efficient. Take that money, put it to your better sleep system, put it towards a better pack. Completely worth it, guys. All right, so I hope those 3 items were helpful for you. I hope that'll help you save money so you can get into some better, bigger gear without breaking your bank. All right, guys, thanks for viewing. If you found this helpful at all, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Oh, and comment. Leave comments. What have you found at Walmart that has helped you save money on gear that works really well on the trail? See you guys on the next video.